Good morning, everyone. So I started plaster clothing all the track area, so all the way around the layout, and this area where the track's gonna go all the way around, and up here is all plaster cloth now. But I also plaster cloth the entire water area. No, not the entire water area. I did not plaster cloth the top of this area yet, and right back here it's still foam, but from here all the way through here is plaster cloth. This whole road is plaster cloth. There's some foam showing here, obviously this entire top piece right here. The main reason I decided to do plaster clothing was to attach the track permanently, which I plan on doing shortly. So 3 feeders. Definitely making sure the turnouts and everything are good before I start gluing things down and permanently attaching the track, but I'm getting very ready to do that. Remember I said I had a street light here? Well, I plaster cloth all this up. I do have a hole under here, and I have to come back and like shove a pin or something, something long to get in here and just get the hole to come back out, and then I can attach the light permanently over here. I can attach the rocks, though. What I'm going to do is, once I got all the lighting taken care of, I'm going to attach the top piece of foam here, and I'm going to plaster cloth that before I attach any of the rocks to this cliff face. But I have dry fit a few, and they do look like they're going to fit pretty well. The cove area has 4 layers of plaster cloth in the cove and 4 layers up here. The waterfall layers, let me just remove this. So yeah, 4 here, but this one only has 3, and the main reason that one has 3 is because this one up here, while it has like 1 like right here, there's none back here. So I'm going to be coming back with more plaster cloth for this area and that other tier that's going to be right up here that I haven't put in yet. So I'm going to be plaster clothing this again, so I figure this one will get another layer or even 2 is probably the best thing to do. So I do have more plaster clothing to do, but what I want to really do is get this tunnel, put the portals on here, and put the tunnel all of this in so I can start on the mountain. And I really can't start on the mountain until I plaster cloth the track area, so I can attach the track and do some ballasting of the track and weathering of the track. Just, you know, so far, like maybe from here to here, and the same thing on the other side. Because once I box it in, even though I will have an access hole on the back panel, in case any of the trains derail in the tunnel, I'll still have an access hole, but it's going to be, you know, 2 or 3 inches by 2 or 3 inches. It's going to be really hard to get to and you know, really get anything looking good in there. So anything that's right by the tunnel portals, I definitely, in case anyone looks in there, I started painting the sides of these areas right here, just throwing a little color in there, concrete sort of. I think I've used some like concrete and some slate gray and a little yellow ochre and some raw Syrah, just to get looking like it's, you know, the tunnel's been there for a while, the rock walls are really dirty and whatnot, so I'm kind of doing all of that too. As you can see, I got a bunch of landscaping stuff, and I landscaped this little hill region. So I got a lot of basically ground foam. Right, this is blended turf, fine turf. I've used a lot of clump foliage and bushes and whatnot. So I got all these little bags of Woodland Scenic turf and whatnot, and bushes and clump foliage. Is this corner here, which is the where the bait shop's going to be. I started landscaping it. Go here. I am going to put some basically like this stuff out here, like a concrete filler. It's going to look more like concrete than blacktop. And I started putting in some rocks. So there are a rock here, I'm going to paint it up, and another rock there. I filled in with some ground foam. And so that's what that little corner looks like. I am going to be putting a retaining wall over here. I haven't yet to put it in. I just got this done earlier today, and it's still, I can still feel the glue is a little wet in this area, but for the most part it's starting to get dry. For some reason, staring at a white blank layout has been bothering me, so I decided to do this because now it gives it some life, it gives it some color, it makes it have some feeling, you know. You're staring at a white blank layout for couple weeks, maybe actually it's about 2 months now since I started doing all the foam and all that other stuff. Everything's white. So just by putting in the base colors and putting this little landscape in, you know, it makes me feel a lot better. So yeah, this is all just really ground foam. I basically just used a bunch of turfs, fine turf on the bottom, a couple layers of fine turf, blended turf. Then I used sort of a burnt grass and a light green turf and some earth turf. Then I came back over it with some, what do they call that, coarse turf? Coarse turf a little up in this area and back here and whatnot. Then I came back over it again with some clump foliage in light green. Light green is the same as what I used for that back there. And I got a lot of this there. And then I put some bushes in medium green and olive green. And then I threw in just some really small little areas of, I can't remember what that stuff's called. Some other kind of like fine leaf foliage, but it's not fine leaf foliage, it's something like that. Just down here to give me just some different feeling. But yeah, I like it. That's kind of what I saw for that, is I like a lot of vegetation up there. It's really going to be like a mountain that or hill that no one really goes up to. There will be some trees here. I'm not planning to put a tree. See how it's kind of bare right here? That's because I plan to put a tree there, and I plan to put a tree here. I'm definitely going to do the trees last because I'm going to still have to come over and I have to paint this, obviously, once I glue it in, and I'm going to be ballasting the track. I know that the Kato track looks like it's ballast, but I'm really going to ballast with real ballast, and I'm going with a gray ballast on the top. So that's where I'm there. I have glued in a number of different rocks, not just these, over in some of the cliff areas. It's really hard to see right now because I'll just pan over there. And like I said, I didn't paint everything, but I got all these bags of stuff. I do have a light, street light in there. But yeah, this is just littered with bags of stuff. So the whole plan of putting this track down is to work on this mountain that's going to be over here. I have to put the tunnel in first, and that's the reason I want to attach the track now. I got some wire. It's like a picture frame wire. And what I'm going to do, and I've done it with this piece here. As you can see, I got, looks like little holes there. The wire running out of it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to attach these bases to where they need to go, and I'm going to feed these through the wire holes. And what I mean by, I know these are picture frame wires, but what's going to happen is once I plaster cloth it, I'm going to attach this to the actual street lamp wire, and then I can go through the other side where the hole is at, and I'll pull it through. So that's a way to get to it, is I'm just going to do that. So I'm going to do that to this whole town area right here.